Hi, welcome into this Merchant Maverick Opportunity Grants Program review. I'm going to be showing you the latest grants where you can get 10,000 in funding for AAPI-owned restaurants, and I'm going to give you all the details right now. So the Merchant Maverick Opportunity Grants Program, it's for AAPI-owned restaurants only. That's beginning on January 3rd, 2022. And they're only accepting 5,000 applicants. So I'd get in there as fast as possible. And even if it hasn't started, then I'll show you how to get a reminder and how to get going on that. So stick with me. And if you would like to receive an email reminder when the application goes live, you can sign up for the mailing list below, as you see right here. And I'll leave a link to this down below in the description. Go ahead, click there and get started. You just put in your email, first name, and if you want to sign up for their newsletter, you can. And how often would you like to hear from them? Weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly. I would recommend you do that so you can stay up to date on the latest and greatest grants, one, but then two, the industry news and all small business loans as well. And if you'd like help with any of that, and I know I didn't mention this in the beginning, and this is the first time you're watching me, I do come out with content on all of this, on grants, all types of small business funding, alternative lending, and so many more opportunities. So make sure to go ahead and subscribe, click the bell notification icon so you don't miss a future video I come out with. Now let's go into a little bit more of these details. So 10K opportunity grants for AAPI-owned restaurants. So last year, Merchant Maverick issued 4 10K opportunity grants to Black female entrepreneurs. And then there's a little link there where you can see meet the 2021 grant winners. In 2022, the one we're currently talking about right now, they're going to be giving away a total of 100,000, if you do the math there with the 5,000 applicants, to Americans of Asian and Pacific Island descent. Specifically, this year's grants of 10K each will be going to 10 different AAPI-owned restaurants. So if you're an American citizen who is also a member of the AAPI community and you own a restaurant, food cart, kiosk, grocery store, bakery, cafe, or other food service businesses, you can see the FAQs below for a list of automatically qualifying businesses. And they encourage you to apply as soon as the application window will open again on January 3rd, 2022. And if it is a little late when you're watching this video, just know that Merchant Maverick from time to time yearly will come out with certain grants. So to keep up to date with that, you can learn more about them through signing up with their newsletter and getting notifications, as well as following this channel, because we come out with all types of grants, all types of lending opportunities. And again, they're only accepting 5,000 applicants in total, so get yours in as soon as possible. So their focus for this round of grants is one of the hardest hit sectors of the economy, which is restaurants and the food service industry. Listen, I know it very well firsthand that this industry has been suffering a lot. And how do I know? Because I'm out in the trenches with you guys trying to figure out what type of funding you need, whether it's a grant or not. I'm understanding the pain points and your problems and why you're suffering the way you are. Maybe because of COVID, you've had an established business that was doing well financially, and you've been hit and you've been looking for different types, but you just don't get approved, or you're just starting out and you need help with that. For almost 2 years, the pandemic has taken its toll, creating staffing shortages, higher prices, and issues of safety and hygiene. And the statistics are grim. So listen to this. 10.2% of food establishments in the US have closed since the beginning of the pandemic in 2020. Food trucks were impacted the most, with 22.5% closing permanently. I saw this firsthand. The number of new hires decreased by 240,000 in the accommodations and food service industry in August of 2021 alone. During the same period, the total number of separations, quits, layoffs, discharges, etc., just to name a few, increased by 203,000 in the industry. Restaurant owners are increasing menu prices by 2% to 5% to make that profit with no end in sight. So you're increasing your profits, or you're increasing, these prices, and you're basing it a lot off of that. And so we want to take the pressure off of it so you can focus on other parts of your business that you want to grow and even expand. So the COVID pandemic, it just goes a little bit into all that, and just kind of what I've already highlighted. The AAPI community receives less than 1% of philanthropic funds. Funding has remained low despite API populations rising from 3% in the 1990s to over 7% of the population today. So just a few key details here. And that's everything from me in this video. There are some FAQs if you want to access the sites. You can see down here below. Let me go over this a little bit. We've already learned a little bit about that. And who is eligible for the grants this year. And to be eligible, must be for profit and 51% owned by an American citizen who is also of API descent. The business must also sell food directly to customers from a physical location. The following businesses are automatically eligible: full service restaurants, quick service restaurants, and fast food establishments, food trucks, food carts, mall kiosks that sell food, market stalls, grocery stores, butcher shops, fishmongers, bakeries, cafes, bars, or wineries that also sell food. The following businesses are ineligible for the grant this year. You have bars or wineries that do not sell food, mail order food companies, food packaging businesses, food manufacturers and distributors, and then wholesalers. If you are interested in applying for this opportunity and you aren't sure if your business is eligible, please contact them so they can give you more information. What can I use the grant money for? And they're not placing a lot of restrictions on the use of these grants as long as you have the money to keep your business afloat. They will consider the proper use. Grant money can be used for the following things, and you might already know this, so I won't go into it in too much detail. So like rent for the restaurant space, utilities for the restaurant, payroll for self or employees, and a few more things you can see there on the screen. And how and when will this be distributed? And January 3rd, 2022, and we'll close on March 1st, 2022, or upon receipts of 5,000 applicants, whichever comes first. So grants funds will begin to be dispersed on May 1st, 2022 via checks sent through the U.S. Postal Service. And your legal responsibilities, I won't go into depth on all that, but you can see that there more or less. It's very just common sense things. Tax responsibility, what are my personal responsibilities if my business receives a grant? In addition to complying with all federal, state, and local laws regarding the use of the funds, each Merchant Maverick Opportunity Grant recipient will have one additional requirement: meet with the writer on a regular basis to share their business's journey. With scheduled interviews throughout the year, Merchant Maverick would like to take readers inside the stories of real small business owners and their experiences, trials and triumphs, seasonal challenges, observations and insights, industry-related issues, and more. And grant recipients will be required to meet with the writer a minimum of 6 times, start and the end of the year, and once a quarter for an interview, and agree to provide photographs of the business owner for use on the website. So it's just to gather information, which is fine. But that's everything from me in this video. Look down below to access this and get in there as soon as possible. And if you would like other help, I have a free 6-step pre-approval lending checklist that'll show you what you must know step by step, very effectively and simply before you walk into an application, and you know with 110% confidence and certainty that you will get approved without wasting time. We're talking about days, weeks, months, and years of having to worry, sitting down at a couch, wondering, okay, what is my next move? I'm just too sick and tired of this. Will I even be able to keep my doors open? That'll be down below in the description. Make sure to pick that up. And if you would like an alternative to a grant, where you can get up to 25,000 same day instant approval with as little as a 450 FICO. And we're talking about just 5,000 plus monthly coming in within each of the last 3 months. Then there's a program out there called Bank Breezy, where it can help you get started with no interest rates. That's right, we do total payback, generally 50% less expensive, and you always know what you're getting, not having to go into a default. And then no collateral and no hard credit checks, just soft pulls. This is the Bank Breezy program. I'll leave more information on that down below in the description. There'll be videos and extra content on that. And you can even get up to $2 million incredibly fast funding with the David Allen Capital Link program. That again, I'll leave information for you down below. So go ahead and get started with that grant if possible, and or look for this alternative. And leave me a comment down below. What problems are you having right now? What can I help you with? And for all additional resources in the description. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so and click that bell notification icon so you don't miss any future videos I come out with. Thank you. Bye.